salad.
It's impossible.
So Tony, today we're going to talk about different types of restaurants. There's all kinds.
There certainly are.
The lexicon.
My first job was in a sandwich spot.
All right.
It was in Reno, Nevada. We had, give me a number.
40.
No. Give me a number between 1 and 18.
7.
Turkey Swiss.
No.
With roast beef.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
2.
That was the ham, salami, capicola, maybe prosciutto also.
1.
Salami, ham.
Goodness, I can't. That's pretty good. So, all right. So we've got the lexicon of restaurants goes all over the place, right?
Sure.
From small little coffee shops that do delicious little pastries and espressos.
Food service in general is a very dynamic and varied industry.
That's for sure. So we touched on quick service restaurants. So anything from like a McDonald's to a Subway. Do you have a favorite like go-to fast food kind of food or place?
Not necessarily.
I used to back when I was able to eat gluten, or I'm able to eat it, but back when nobody told me it was slowly killing me on the inside, I used to love going to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A was one of my favorites.
Chick-fil-A definitely is a favorite. I only go there on Sundays though.
I was also a big fan. I used to be really into Popeyes, the fast casual restaurants.
Sure.
Right. So that's a whole category that's kind of exploded over the last decade. I feel like
Chipotle.
It's like, yeah.
Right.
Dos Toros, Hip City Veg.
Sure.
Right. Oh, like Sweet Green.
Yes.
Right.
That's
And Honey Grub. So I used to work at a casual dining restaurant. I used to work at a spot called Champs. I don't even know if they're around anymore.
Champs. Yeah, of course. I know that.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, of course.
Champs Americana. It was like a bar and grill tavern.
Mm-hmm.
We used to crank out wings, burgers. It was the place where I learned to carry 3 pints of beer in one hand. Casual dining to me means no tray.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like you don't use a tray to serve your guests and stuff. And I got it down. I actually think that I dislocated. See? This is what happens when you carry too many fucking big beer pints, right? But I was able to get 1, 2, 3, and sometimes a 4th beer.
Whoa. You're like
Right.
one of those German.
Yeah, but there was no handles. I couldn't like
Gotcha.
stack. So it was the pints, and I used to bring those over. And it was a spot that you would see the same people all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Come hang out, watch the game, watch the Eagles lose, watch the Eagles win, and eat some wings and have a nice beer. Then we've got our fine dining restaurants where you spent a lot of your career in,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. So when I think fine dining, there's a few things that come to mind. Nicer plateware, a little bit more of a ceremony around the service, a little more refined. Usually the plates will have some garnishes and stuff. Although at Champs, they used to pretend like that big ass piece of kale was just like the chef's kiss on top of the wings.
Doesn't matter what kind of food service operation you're running, ultimately you're going to get food that's delivered, food, wine, beer, whatever, ice cream, whatever it is, delivered to the back door with a piece of paper, right?
That's true.
Doesn't matter.
And
the great equalizer of restaurants is that they all have to
There's so much work in the
manage
back
their
office.
expenses off of a random assortment of paperwork.
yeah, clock ins, clock
comes in
outs.
all different
There's
sorts of-
all kinds of staffers that come in. And no matter what type of operation you're in, there is complexities in ensuring that you've got proactive numbers, that you have dedicated team members that are reviewing this information, and then different types of operations obviously have different things that they're worried about. As an example, quick service is a lot more cash heavy, right? So, for example, in a setting where you're selling pretzels or ice cream, there might be a lot less credit card swiping and a lot more cash, right? So in that kind of operation, you're looking at transaction types, how often there's cash, what kind of drop needs to happen at the end of the shift, so that the manager knows how much money is expected to hit the bank, and that goes from that all the way to the more detailed and more complex operations, like say for example a hotel or a fine dining restaurant. I remember in the restaurants that we worked in, we used to always have flowers, right? Flowers delivered on a weekly basis.
Oh,
that we
like
would
for the
throw in
table, for the bouquets, right.
Right, so even in that case, you're adding even another vendor
Sure.
you've got to manage, another set of costs to keep an eye out for. What unifies all these restaurants is that at the end of the day, like you said, they've got expenses and costs, vendors, team members, staffers, and all kinds of things that they've got to manage that are complex. Filing taxes, making sure that the payroll numbers are right, that the hours are counted properly, that the vendors are paid on time, that you understand your costs. So no matter the type of operation that you have, Over Easy Office can support you, make sure that you have proactive numbers, dedicated team members that are engaged in your operations, and ensuring that you have all the information you need to run a great shift.
That we do.
We do.